Okay, so for week one discussion, I'm going to talk about the questions number 2 and 3. Um, for number 2, that question is, do you believe that the classroom setting will always remain the same? While I think that it largely will have to remain the same, thinking about like having a teacher in the classroom, I think that it is always like progressively changing. You're never going to get exactly the same as we had in the past. I feel like as time goes on, we're going to have more of like the working together of like a teacher in the classroom, but they're not doing all the teaching. They'll have more of like videos online that they show the class, like maybe other teachers who are a little more knowledgeable in the area can like video in or like post lessons online for them to look at. I think that is going to be really big coming up. I know in my high school we didn't have a teacher that was like qualified to teach this higher level of math, so he was in the room facilitating the class, like doing more of the behavior and classroom management type of things. But we had a teacher from another school that would either he'd Skype in twice a week and teach a lesson, or he'd just post the lesson online, and we were able to like go through the lesson, and if we had questions we could email him or get a hold of him. I feel like going forward that might be a lot more common, just because there's more resources available and people are going to be more easily able to access that and like expand their education. Like some people might not have the opportunity to do the higher level classes that they want just because of their teachers at their school, so this could be like a really big thing. But I feel like there's always going to have to be a teacher present in the room, like physically present, because there's no way that things are going to run as smoothly as they should if it's just a classroom full of students or like students one-on-one. Right now I feel like the most important aspect of technology in the classroom is like the video type of stuff. There's a lot of ways that you can use like videos in the classroom, where it's as like younger elementary kids, sometimes they'll do like people will be reading a book on video and they'll be able to watch that, really kind of be able to think, like hear some different questions maybe at the end of the book, while the teacher isn't the one facilitating it. They are still like observing and maybe are able to observe the students' behavior and like what they're doing and how they're responding a little bit better, because they're not in charge of the whole thing, they're just watching from a distance. And as you get older, I feel like that's like technology and like videos are more important for the older kids, like I talked about earlier. It like gives them chance to expand their education, get more classes in, and really just become more in touch with like places, like other things around the world. You're able to do like in history or like social studies, you're able to maybe see what's going on around the world and like what other countries are struggling with, and that's something that like you wouldn't be able to do if we didn't have that kind of technology in our class. So I feel like that's really important too.